Violence are not allies of the black community. They're causing extraordinary damage, grief, hardship. In recent months, our nation has grieved for the tragic deaths of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and Ahmaud Arbery. Our hearts break for their families and for all families who have lost a loved one, especially if you look at this way, so senseless. But we can never allow mob rule. To have safety, to have prosperity, to have everything that you want to have, we must always ensure the rule of law. As you know, we have to. Many of those who are spreading violence in our cities are supporters of an organization called Black Lives Matter, or BLM. It's really hurting the black community. It's hurting the black community. This is an unusual name for an organization whose ideology and tactics are right now destroying many black lives, and whose first phrase was, you remember this, pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon, referring to our police. That's referring to our police. The stated goal of BLM organization people is to achieve the destruction of the nuclear family, abolish the police, abolish prisons, abolish border security, abolish capitalism, and abolish school choice. That's what their stated goals are. This is not the agenda of the black community. This is the agenda of an extreme socialist, or worse. You know what the other word is. Yeah, Marxist, communist, communist. But this is the extreme socialist left. But beyond that, in my opinion. That's why the founders of the organization call themselves trained Marxists. And yet we have major corporations, out of weakness or fear or whatever reason, donating hundreds of millions of dollars to them. These are fools. These are fools. The big progressive corporations donating to BLM should instead be spending their money helping black families rebuild from the left wing, from these horrible left-wing riots. Wealthy liberal hypocrites want to defund the police in our inner cities while living behind walled compounds. They're walled compounds. It's you got to see the way some of these people live. They live pretty well. You know, the funny thing is that if anything ever happened, they'd be the first to go. You know that, right? Let's go get these people. They're fools. They want to get rid of school choice for black children while sending their own children to the best private schools in the land. They want to open borders, and that's what they want. They want open borders for you, but security for themselves. They want top security, but let's open up the borders. Let's let everybody pour into our country so that you won't have jobs left. You won't have anything left. You won't have, and there's a tremendous public health crisis. You know, we built now over 330 miles of wall, and it will be finished soon. And our numbers on the border are now the best they've been in decades, and it's incredible what's happened. The wall has been incredible. 330 miles, David, that's pretty good. A long way, considering we had a party that didn't want to let us build the wall. You know, they wanted the wall 10 years ago. They really wanted the wall. And as soon as I wanted it, they didn't want it. And I said it last night. We had a tremendous rally last night. We had probably 35,000 people. I said it last night. I said, I made a mistake. I should have said, we will not build a wall. And we would have had funding in about 15 minutes. Instead, I had to win 6 different lawsuits. This was not easy. Crazy Nancy. She's crazy. And you know, do you notice how quiet it is now? Now it's 330 miles. It'll be built first. It'll be completed. We're doing 10 miles a day on average. Think of this. I don't hear anymore about the wall. They don't want to talk about the wall anymore. But the numbers are great. Republicans will always uphold equal justice under the law. We will defend the civil rights of every single American, and we will defend our God-given freedoms, including religious liberty. And the Second Amendment, by the way. And, Second Amendment. Have to save our Second Amendment. I'm the only thing standing between between you and me and Second Amendment, I'm standing right. We're not going to be losing our Second Amendment. They're going to get rid of it. You know who they put in charge? Beto. Remember Beto? Beto O'Rourke. That's a Spanish name. He needed the Spanish vote, right? He said, I want Spanish. I said, what about Hispanic? He said, I don't know about that. He knows less about it than perhaps I do. But Beto, remember he had a cover in a terrible magazine. And he said that I was born to run for president. He was hot then, even though he just lost a race to Texas. He was hot, you know, and he said, I was born to run for president. But anybody that says that is a sure loser. Can you imagine if I said that? I said, I was born to run for president. You said, this guy's whacked out. This guy, it's not an easy deal going on over here, I'll tell you. I had a very nice life before. You know that? You sort of read about my life. You knew a lot about my life. I had a great life. What the hell did I do this for, David? What did I do this for, David Perdue? No, I enjoy it. You know why I enjoy it? I love it. Oh, by the way, did you see they just caught the FBI? Did you see the text messages? Oh, it's brutal. One of the guys said, listen, this is really illegal. I want insurance. They bought insurance for these people because they thought they're going to be locked up. We got it. Now they're going crazy. This is the hottest thing right now on the internet, all over the place. Oh, boy. They've been looking at me. So essentially then, it was the exact opposite. Okay, and you see Biden's son? He got 3.5. Hunter. Where's Hunter? Remember? Where's Hunter? You know what I do? I call him Where's Hunter. That's his name. Where's Hunter? We made a T-shirt. I was making a speech. I said, where's Hunter? Where is he? I'm looking at this. I was kidding. I said, where's Hunter? The next day it was the biggest selling T-shirt in the history of Where's Hunter? No, Hunter got a check from the wife of the mayor of Moscow for $3.5 million. Would anybody accept whatever he was supposed to do for $3.5 million? There's no job that I can think of. $3.5 million. Now, before Biden became vice president, right? He got nothing. He had no money, no nothing. Got thrown out of the military. He got thrown out. He had no job. Now he's getting checks for $3.5 million from the mayor, the ex-mayor, very substantial person, by the way, of Moscow. So we got it wrong. It wasn't Trump. I have nothing to do. I didn't have a phone call. Now think of it. Let's call